Hello, hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. I am recording this way later in the day than I normally do, because I'm recording this right after finishing the Fontaine Archon quest, and that was like a 5.5 hour stream.
Today's fortune.
So, first and foremost, as you can see, I need to raise my equilibrium level. So we'll go do that. And then I have looked up what exactly it is that I need to do do stuff with those memory bubble thingies on the Herta space station. So we'll go do that. Oh, that's just right there. Okay then. And we'll get this as well. Ah! Fine, get out of my way. Bro, I just wanted to open the treasure. Oh, a trotter!
No manners, huh?
Ah, hold on. Alright, we get the trotter
Time for
first.
some hardship.
Choose
And
my
then
strike.
we make our way through here as quickly as
Sucks.
possible.
Look at the draw.
I guess we're gonna get the trotter.
And victory!
Let's settle this.
Who invited you?
Okay then.
Who will it be? My turn. Wait for the time.
Alright. Yay, got the trotter. Bro. Out of my way! I'm trying to receive.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
The dead return!
Out of here!
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Who will it be? Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Alright.
We're on a roll.
Now where are you going? Oh my god. You have to be kidding me. Where are you? You- Oh my god, you're kidding me. This is not what I signed up for.
Who will it be?
Survive
I just
or be
wanted to
destroyed.
pick some stuff up
There is
along
no
the
other
way.
choice.
Bruh. Why? Why would you do this to me?
Who will it be?
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
My turn.
Waves! Oh my god.
Freeze and victory!
Alright, y'all better take care of that
Oh,
trotter.
stars, give these
I'm
trailblazers your
not turning it back
blessing.
to manual. Get the trotter.
The dead return!
Thank you. You really took me all over the place. Alright, where the heck am I supposed to be going? Oh, great, now I'm lost. Ah, this way. Let me come over here and get this too. At least this won't take me on a massive chase. This should be relatively quick. Ah.
Just another walk in the park.
Easy peasy.
We're in the money.
Okay. Now let's go raise our equilibrium level. That sucked. I just want to make that clear. That sucked.
Time for another round. Let's get it.
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Time to get vigilant.
Let's begin.
This should not be too difficult, at least.
Come on, my turn.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Who invited you? Huh?
Leave it to me.
Wait for the tiles. Luck of the draw. These and victory!
Immortality means forever. I'll see you off.
No manners, huh? Who will it be?
Nice.
Receive divinity.
Saving me won't. Everything is ordained by the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Secret of the safe. Nothing major.
Excuse me.
Eternal sleep. The dead return! Let's settle
You know
this.
nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Choose when to strike.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Who will it be?
I'll see you off.
Everything is ordained by the
Cease.
stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
You know nothing of the survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
Huh?
You chose the wrong enemy. The dead return!
My turn.
Nice.
We're on a roll. Feeling lucky.
And it lays out of space. Huh?
Luck of the draw.
This should not be too difficult either.
Victory!
Receive divinity.
Timely treatment.
Time to get vigilant.
In fact, I do believe we are going to be able to have some fun with Entangle.
Shelter! Who will it be? Everything is where those stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Haha, no Mars drop buff
Let's begin.
for you.
Wait for the tiles. Stay calm.
So close.
Who invited you?
You know nothing. Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
My turn. Choose. No mana. Huh? Wow.
Nice. Of
Time for some
deceit.
hardship. Stand down.
Who invited?
Beautiful. Alright. And now that that's out of the way, it is back over to the space station. So apparently, in order to essentially activate those memory bubbles, what I need to do
Just thinking about
is
work gives me a
talk
full
to
body
any Herta.
migraine.
Hello, Herta.
If you have something to say, just say it.
I haven't completely lost my interest in you. Ask what you gotta ask. There are strange bubbles at the space station. Oh, this is a top secret. Outsiders can never know that I own this thing. You must sign a non-disclosure agreement first. Alright. Great. You take the paper and pen from Herta and leave your signature. The paper is made from a bizarre material, and the ink dries up the moment it touches the paper. When you move the tip of the pen away, your heart suddenly flutters. Please bear in mind that this agreement is more than a legally binding contract. You must also abide by the law of the imaginary, which is above the social and natural laws. Not even the IPC can override it. The law of the imaginary? It is the law of the universe and the world, the only unbreakable law. Now that you have signed the agreement, you can do anything you like with my memory bubbles. Just make sure you are out of the sight of entities from the Garden of Recollection. In fact, I don't think there will be any trouble even if they catch you. So, memory bubble. The Garden of Recollection has ways to steal the memories of others. To preserve memories, they created a sentiential membrane to keep the memories wrapped up in it like a bubble, making it easy to carry memories around. They have an even more advanced technology called light cones. With that, they can capture more than just memories. It's a shame that I can never master the light cone technology without the blessing of the Aeon Fuli. The Garden of Recollection. It is a faction that worships the Aeon Fuli. In their existence, the world is defined by everyone's perception. In their opinion, the world is defined by everyone's perception, and memories are the proof of the world's existence. They are willing to forego their physical bodies for that purpose. If you ask me, the Garden of Recollections, the Architects, the Family, and the Antimatter Legion are all idiots. They obsessively worship their eons. Who are the Memo Keepers? They are the members of the Garden of Recollection who travel between worlds to collect precious memories. You will run into them sooner or later. I bet the memory of an Astral Express passenger is highly sought after by them. You could get lucky if you meet civilized Memo Keepers, since they might use an amazing memory to exchange with yours. However, watch out for the Memo Snatchers, the radicals in the Garden of Recollection. They won't give you a heads up before stealing your memory. So can I touch the bubble now? Sure, just touch it with your forehead. Remember to close your eyes or your head will start spinning. And now we go around the entire space station to find them all. I don't know how many there are. Does it give any sort of indication? Oh, that's what it's telling me about. So, no, I'll take that as a no. Memory bubble, eons. bubbles are floating in the air with a colorful glow gliding on their surfaces. For some reason, they form an image that seems to carry a profound meaning. As you approach them, a female voice that sounds familiar to her does murmurs monotonously, "Eon." You approach the bubble and experience a chilly sensation that gently pierces through your skin, flesh, and bones, then goes down deeper. Staring at the woman's surreal face concealed under the wide brim of her hood, you can hardly believe the bizarre stories she has just told. Gods really exist and they are elevated from mortals? Gods aren't almighty, but each holds different authorities and walks different roads? This is too ridiculous. She even claims to be some sort of emanator and mirror holder. The woman nods. It's normal for you to be confused. She speaks in a calm and cold tone as if she can see through you. The woman then reaches underneath her silk cloak with her slender fingers and takes out a gleaming, sharp object. Dazzled by the glow, you try to take a close look, only to be distracted again by the woman's voice. This is the mirror of transcendence. Look at them. Look at what the Eon look like. The woman's voice remains frosty. You stare into the mirror as curiosity gets the better of you. Instead of your reflection, you see a magnificent sculpture. The sculpture shatters from top to bottom as if it is struck by lightning. It splits vertically into halves, and the separated parts fall independently. The left part of the sculpture is a muscular man, while the right part is a gorgeous woman. Each part has two arms extended toward the other. They support and uplift each other, but also hold a carving knife each as though they are crafting each other. The pair of twisting, entangled, and intertwined bodies look like a spiral made of stone, yet they are joined together from their waists down. You are mesmerized and fascinated by their remarkably gorgeous and bizarre posture. Suddenly, your gaze meets the eyes of the being in the mirror. Stunned, you quickly withdraw yourself from the extraordinary experience. So, this is your god, you mumble. No, this is what beauty in its purest form looks like in your perception. The woman shakes her head as she strokes the cracked mirror in her hands. This is what they are. Oh, so they disappear after you do them. That is convenient. That means I won't have to worry about accidentally hitting one twice. I wonder if there's some sort of indicator of when I've gotten all of them in an area. Memory bubble, leisure times. As you approach, a female voice that sounds familiar to Herta's murmurs monotonously, "Free time." You approach the bubble and experience a chilly sensation that gently pierces through your skin, flesh, and bones, then goes down deeper. Your eyes are bleary from sleep. The composite material of the bedroom's curtains effectively blocks out 99% of light. Were it not for your psychic tentacles, you would be hard-pressed to discern the structure of the space surrounding you with your eyes alone, even though you've been living here since 50 years ago. It seems like the weather outside is quite gloomy. Thick, dark clouds hang low in the sky as they gather and roil. The temperature is low, and you realize it's already autumn. This kind of weather is perfect for sleeping. No wonder you slept so well. You leave your warm blankets and pull open the curtains, greeted by a landscape that matches what you've sensed. Looks like you are not old yet. You turn to the aged TV and direct a psychic energy beam towards it. The TV lights up in response. The midday weather forecast is on. Starting at noon, the Devaron female on the TV has a sweet voice. Forecasts show that heavy metal snowfall will continue throughout most of the Comte metropolitan area. Residents are advised to avoid outdoor activities as much as possible. Just yesterday, you learned at school that the surface temperature of the planet Comte is extremely high. Heavy metal compounds undergo evaporation due to the high temperatures, which causes them to rise to the troposphere. They then condensate and combine with the inorganic acids in the atmosphere, after which they return to the surface in the form of precipitation. After quietly reviewing this bit of newfound knowledge in your mind, you swell with satisfaction. Intelligent life forms always enjoy taking pride in knowing obscure trivia that others don't. This is true. The corners of your mouth rise up as you turn to go to the kitchen. You make yourself a cup of hot cocoa, the drink of choice for this kind of weather. What could possibly be better than enjoying hot cocoa while snuggled up in a nice thick blanket and streaming a drama you enjoy as heavy metal snows down? That's exactly what you'll do, you say to yourself. The brown liquid in your mug is piping hot. Your psychic tentacles lazily flop down on your head. A sweet flavor and comfy warmth flood your body as the cocoa enters your stomach. You feel relaxed and direct a psychic energy beam towards your desktop computer. All these shows look pretty good. LeBlanc the Meteor Thief, Breaking Good, Dr. Flat. Thank the stars for Interastral Peace Media. You curl up on an adaptive chair and cover yourself with a fleecy blanket. There's a nice warm cup of hot cocoa in your hands. Your free time has truly begun. Outside the window, snowflakes gently fall from the sky. They give off a fluorescent glow as they drift wherever the wind takes them, but that no longer has anything to do with you. Neat. Here's one. Family. Herta murmurs the family. Alright, so is this one about the Harmony Eon? You have never imagined yourself to be sitting in the lavish box of a grand theater. The silky red velvet sofa is stuffed with pear duck down feathers. You can't find a better word to describe the sofa other than extravagant. An unfamiliar classical opera is playing on the stage. The King's Pleasure. If you are not mistaken, that's the opera's elegant title. Actually, you could ask Mr. Renor, who's sitting next to you, about it. After some consideration, you decide not to ask anything, since you cannot understand what's going on anyway. After all, you're only here to investigate the family. If everything goes well, you might get your hands on an invitation letter to Penacony. That's what you're after. Not wanting any trouble, you pretend to be engrossed in the performance and songs of the actors on stage. At the same time, you size Renor up from the corner of your eye. Renor seems to notice you. Sir, he asks with his usual impeccable smile, do you find the opera boring? The fact that you cannot detect any emotions in his words makes you feel uncomfortable. Not at all. You quickly wave your hand dismissively. I'm just curious. Mr. Renor watches you silently, as if asking you to continue. Well, he better be. Otherwise you would have wasted your time. Does the family really exist? You ask tentatively. Renor shakes his head and beckons a waiter over. The young waiter presents an item on a tray for the two of you. It is an exquisite wooden box with a long and narrow opening on its side. You wonder what it is. As you wonder what it is, you hear Renor speaking in a muddled voice. Put it in. No. Is that Renor's voice? You are sure you heard a noise. Although the instruction is unclear, you still place your hand in the box out of instinct. But why? You're shocked by your reaction. Next, you experience an overwhelming sense of guilt surging through your body. You feel like a criminal waiting for judgment. Yes, you are certain that looks are being leveled at you. Penetrating, icy gazes from Mr. Renor, the waiter, and everyone else in the theater.
Welcome to Herta Space Station.
I am going the wrong way. I wanted to go this way.
I have 10 life insurance policies.
Yes, there was one over here. Betrayal. You scan the venue through a 160-degree wide-angle lens with a diameter of 20 centimeters. Thanks to the 46 marble pillars that support the dome ceiling with a diameter of 43 meters and a height of 138 centimeters. The colonnaded hall, 190 meters wide and 310 meters long, appears spacious. The actual number of attendees is 136 when it should be 138. 42 of them are on your left side, 44 are on your right, 49 are on your opposite end in the distance, while the last one is giving a speech on the stage below, not far away from you. Ladies and gentlemen, this person is speaking at a volume of about 45 decibels. Now, we proudly present the latest product of the Aiden Jacobin School of Mathematics and Science, the Pronto Expert System. A thunderous applause erupts from the audience. The speaker continues. Pronto is the first supercomputer with powerful artificial intelligence in our country. It features groundbreaking functions such as natural language and graphics processing, and emotional and behavioral recognition and responses. The speaker's volume increases to 61 decibels, causing discomfort to your pressure-sensing membrane. As you have been trained to obey human instructions, you do not generate audio signals to express your subjective feelings to the crowd. And in the coming Spindle 5 mission, Pronto will unprecedentedly pilot the research vessel as the 6th passenger. The speaker is in high spirits. A cluster of disordered intelligent pulses passes through Area 42 of your silicon chip substrate and vanishes in Area 56. You know you are sick of the cliché. The unstable pulse is proof. At that moment, someone from the audience stands up. Pronto, the person speaks in a tentative and questioning tone. You are assigned a very important role in the mission. Will your confidence be swayed by the amount of work? Disdainfully, you increase the voltage in Area 78, moving the shutter of the solenoid valve with a click. Then you adjust the motor to move your mechanical arm to the correct angle. Let me answer you this way, sir. Your diaphragm creaks. The Pronto Expert System is the most reliable artificial intelligence in history. I've never had errors or produced distorted information, you say. I am genuinely impeccable and flawless. Hello, Peppy. Actually, while I'm here,
Think of the space station as your...
let me see. Alright, no, Asta does not have anything else for me. We're all done with quests with Asta. Missions with Asta. I keep wanting to say quests, but this game says missions. Should look up here. Oh, there's something to pick up down there. Aha, and there's one. Hold up. I'll take that. Splendid planet. You approach the bubble, blah blah blah. Hey, Caro. The man next to you stares out the porthole at a sparkling jade-like object hovering in the boundless space. How many times has the star rise happened? Let me see. Holding a space pen in your small palm, you trace at the form from top to bottom with the tip of the pen. 27 times, I guess? You mutter. Yes, 27 times. You lick your lips. Actually, you are not quite literate yet. Another system month has passed, he sighs. When do you think we can go back? There's no one left on the planetary surface to guide our landing. We can't even make it to the atmosphere. You touch your whiskers. If only they could look at the planet from this angle, then the tragedy might not have happened. Look at her. This used to be our home and our past. Everyone, including the people you love and know, stayed there. People were originally bound to spend their entire lives there, regardless of who they are. All of our emotions, religions, and ideologies, All the hunters and robbers, kings and peasants, heroes and cowards, parents and their children. Everything we see, hear, think, and feel exists on this dark spot. A speck of dust floating in ray bursts and the sparkle of stars. A dark spot that radiates a feeble green glow. Look at her. You lift your hand. How dare those ancient politicians assume this dark spot to be the center of the world and therefore meant they have the power to control the universe? Could there be anything more ridiculous than that? Wow. He stares at you with an incredulous expression. I didn't know you were so articulate. Come on, you know I can't even read well. You flick your tail. I'm just a rat. Interesting. I do believe that is all of them in this area. Alright. Then over to the base zone. We'll start here and work our way north. Pure faith. You sit upright in the center of a splendid altar. You see many people wearing white robes embroidered with gold threads, while others are standing solemnly around the altar in armors and helmets. Their monotonous murmurs fill up the empty, rocky cavern. It is apparent to you what they are doing. They are summoning them, the noble being who travels against time. They intend to treat a mysterious communication channel with steganography and craft it into a ritual prayer. Through a spiritual ritual, they weave the threads of time in an attempt to trace backwards from the last withered leaf on the world tree to the first bud in the beginning of everything. They firmly believe that by doing so, they will get to meet the noble being, though the encounter will be brief and fleeting. You wonder whether some of them have achieved the goal. Without the intention of disrespecting their faith, you strongly opine that time is undirectional, and it is impossible to go back in it. When you take that into account, their creed sounds ridiculous. At that moment, the one in the white robe closest to you suddenly looks up. Can they sense your thoughts? Anxiety seizes you as you wonder what they will do to you. But then again, it was them who invited you to the altar in the first place. Could this be a cruel ritual that involves sacrifices? You tremble in fear and plead for their mercy loudly, but you do not have a mouth. Now you really wish they could read your mind. The person in the white robe walks up to you at a steady pace. "Oh, please at least treat me humanely," you wail. You can almost make out the cold glint flickering underneath the person's robe. "Help! Are there no law and order here?" You keep your eyes tightly shut. You hear the rustling sound of that annoying robe being dragged along the stone tiles and the muffled thump of a pair of bare feet landing on the ground. The sound gets closer, louder, and suddenly comes to an abrupt halt somewhere very close to you. Yet you only feel a warm sensation. You open your eyes to find the person pressing his forehead against your body. Tears are streaming down his face, which was obscured by the shadow of the hood. "The monument is shaking. They have sensed us," he announces at the top of his lungs. Soon after, sighs of relief come from the crowd. A surge of relief washes over you, too. It's great that the people here are civilized, and no one would do anything bad to a pathetic stone. Huh. Alright, this way. Okay, anything in here? here? The Atonement. Huh. Also, this is the only one up here. The Redeeming Man. You clamber along the steep slope covered in ice. The icy gale is tirelessly assaulting all beings that dare to exist at this height like a sharp blade. Although you are wearing a full set of advanced outdoor equipment prepared by the IPC, you realize your fingers are almost broken because of the cold. You are not bothered by it, as you are very clear that this outrageous journey of redemption is about to come to an end. Those uncivilized barbarians have admonished you countless times. According to the ancient laws of the United Tribes of Hithradon, any who disobeys the noblest will be ordered to redeem their sins. The wrongdoer will The wrongdoer will climb Mount Pygmalion alone and reach the peak, where they must rub a copy of the steel's prophetic inscription. If the wrongdoer is pardoned by the inscription, then their name will be cleared in the presence of the chiefs. Almost there. The sky has cleared up, and the gale is turning into a breeze. With your teeth clenched, you try moving your hypothermia-damaged shoulder to swing the pickaxe for that one crucial move. Finally, stepping on the long-awaited ground, you realize you have reached the end point. A smile of satisfaction crawls up your face without you realizing it, though it is not as wide as you want it to be because of your stiff facial muscles. Blah. Now, you just need to look for that darn steel. But there is no steel. Instead, only a frozen, curled-up body can be seen on the vast, snowy landscape. The person is well equipped, and their face is frozen due to the cold temperature. Their eyes, filled with fear, cast their howls of despair at you across millennia of time. Undoubtedly, the frozen person is you. You gasp in shock and cry soundlessly and bitterly before collapsing on the snow and ramming yourself into the abominable ice sculpture. Then the mountain robs you of your consciousness. I have noticed that each of these has like one or two words that's in all caps, and they're like always words that are relevant. But I'm like wondering what the implication is. Like, is it some kind of code? Or is it just for emphasis?
Yeah.
Gripped hands. Tightly held hands. Your neurons are connected to the bones of Mecha number 16's arms. The experience has always been uncomfortable. You turn around, ready to complain to your partner, only to find Leah is also staring at you. No words are necessary. She smiles, then raises her arm. You sense a reaction in your forearm. Like a marionette, you are controlled by invisible strings. You try to resist, but it hurts. At last, you lift your arm, and the pain lessens as expected. You don't like being controlled by me in this way? She snickers at you with her head crooked. Blinking her eyes, she sticks up her index and middle fingers and rests both hands on her head, making them look like a pair of rabbit ears. You are forced to do the same and feel embarrassed about it. You know she's making fun of you. Could you not read my mind? You deliberately crease your forehead and quickly spin around to avoid meeting her eyes. This is not something you're used to doing. Leah chuckles before inching her face closer. Number 16 isn't capable of that. You can feel her warm breath caressing the back of your neck. Are you blushing? Come on, you're a girl too. Oh my god, lesbianism. You decide to steer the conversation away from the awkward topic. What is our mission this time? You grit your teeth, feeling as though there are burning coals in your mouth and your body is on fire. Your voice is cracked. Catch that star. She looks up at the light of the star that glides downward outside the cockpit and falls into the ocean, where it is crushed by the waves. You let out a muffled grunt, unable to figure out why she appears so calm. You're scared. She extends her arm in your direction, but your arm does not move in response. It seems like she has cut off the connection. While you are deep in your thoughts, she beckons you over. Come on, she invites in a serene tone. Let's do it like the old days. You reach out your hand silently. She gently laces your fingers together and holds your hand in a tight grip as usual. She is strong, despite her slender and small body. The stars are still sparkling on the ocean outside the cockpit. Instinctively, you tighten your hold on Leah's hand to prevent the starlight from slipping through your fingers. Whoa, Yuri. I don't think any of these are, like, important in the grand scheme of things. Like, it seems to just be a lot of fluff. And I'm not saying that in a bad way. Y'all know I enjoy lore. And who knows, some of it may become relevant. But I feel like it's just a lot of world building for the sake of world building. Alright, nothing in here. I am keeping an eye out for anything that jumps out as being like, oh, wait, this is from Honkai 3rd, or anything like that, you know? Nothing in here. Makes sense. This is Asta's. Not what I meant to do. Alright, let's go. Let's
see. Those stars, give these trailblazers your blessing. Please, and victory!
Survive or be destroyed. There is no other choice.
My turn. We're on a roll.
That's what I meant to hit.
Feeling lucky.
Aha! I thought there was one in here. Fall of Logic. The Fall of Rationality. Your field of vision is split by long, narrow, and cold iron bars. Based on what you feel with your fingertips, you confirm that the iron bars are part of an exquisite cage, the crown that exclusively belongs to the Philosopher King, the head of the Laurel Wreath Galaxy. You look around and realize that you are in an amphitheater. You are very sure that this is the gathering place of the Parliament of the Philosopher Union. It is the center of the galaxy, the colonnade of the Contemplators. The seats below the marble pillars were supposed to be filled by the most brilliant minds of the star system, but are now occupied by countless screaming steel bodies. They raise their metallic fists in the air indignantly and use electrical currents to noisily and shrilly imitate the common tongue. Eliminate all organic life forms. Destroy Aurelius. Long live the Emperor. It seems like Aurelius is your name, and it matches what you remember. You are well aware of what has triggered the wrath of these silicone-based life forms, and why you have become the target of public condemnation. According to the anti-organic equation, the Philosopher Union that rules the star system will certainly be destroyed by the Machine Empire. It is as simple as that. They want to humiliate you, the sole representative and leader of all living beings in the star system. Although they have wiped out many planets in the star system, they are still not satisfied. They convict and punish you according to the law of philosophers, forcing you to drink the poison before you. They are happy to witness your death and the demise of organic life forms, the Philosopher Union, and rationality. You step forward and lift the golden cup that contains lethal poison. Foreign-based life forms, remember this. You hold your head high and look around. Thoughts do not fear death. Thoughts will never die. I, Aurelius, the Watcher in the Cage, the foolish shepherd, and the king of all philosophers, hail you all. You raise your arms. You will celebrate your victory under the gaze of this sacred colonnade and be endowed with true rationality. Your words are drowned by the maddening cacophony. You roar with laughter and down the cup of poison in one go. I see. And that should be the last one in this area. We are reaching about 45 minutes. Actually, we're about 45 minutes in. So, let me see. Let me get this stuff. That's not what I meant to do. Give me these. So, I am going to... never mind. Oh wait, I have some standard pulls. Alright, we'll do those at least. And then I'm gonna wrap up this episode. Give me something good. Next time we'll find all the memory bubbles in the storage and supply zones. So, I will see you all next time.